we've begun. So, oh gosh, what's happening? Oh, I think I didn't know it did that. I guess when you stay idle on the title screen for too long, it just starts itself over. I didn't know it did that. I got scared for a second. Yeah, so I said we were doing Pokemon Silver, but surprise, surprise, we're doing Crystal instead. Um, I actually owned Crystal once. I used to rent it from Blockbuster all the time, and then I lost it because I gave it to a friend and he never gave it back. So I don't have it anymore, but I had it once. And um, I remember it being a little different from Gold and Silver because it came out, I think, a year or two later or a few months later or something. But I was doing some research. I was at work today and I was thinking, well, Gold and Silver are great. Like, Gen 2 in general is still my favorite. But then I thought, like, I was wondering what the difference between, like, Gold and Silver and Crystal are. And apparently, because I don't remember, I mean, like, I used to play them all the time, but y'all know my memory is absolutely atrocious. But uh, apparently in Crystal, there's a few differences, plus, but one of the main ones is you can play as a girl character. So that plus, a few other things, like whenever you walk into a town, it tells you where you are. Some of the Pokemon sprites look a little different. And the other biggest thing, too, that made me play Silver instead of, Crystal instead of gosh, get it together. The other thing that made me play Crystal instead of Silver is, when you battle, the Pokemon sprites move a little bit. And I don't remember that. I mean, it was like 10 years ago. 15 years ago almost, but like I never remembered it doing that, so that's pretty cool. Also, it's got this cool intro that I don't remember. I don't remember much about Silver, and I remember less about Crystal, but that's okay because we're gonna get to that, I suppose. We'll get into all that, but there's a couple other smaller things too, like smaller differences. Like I read that apparently in Gold and Silver, Sneasel's sprite, well, Sneasel, Magnemite, and Spinarak, I think, their sprites, the colors are all, well, not wrong, I guess, because, I don't know. Like, the colors are kind of different, so in Crystal, they changed it so that they're correct, basically. Long story short, they corrected the sprite's colors. There's a couple story differences. Like, apparently there's this character who's going around trying to find Suicune. A whole bunch of stuff. But one of the main things I remember about Silver, as opposed to, expect that to happen a lot. I'm going to say Silver instead of Crystal. One of the main things I remember about Crystal is the cartridge itself was like, it was the regular Game Boy Color style cartridge, but the plastic was blue and translucent and it had glitter in it, sort of like light blue. So like, I don't know, it's still one of the coolest like game cartridges I've seen ever to this day, as if anything uses cartridges anymore. I guess besides the Switch, but that's more like SD cards. I really don't. There was some other stuff too, like a couple buildings look different. There was something with the clock, I think, that's different. One thing that almost made me not want to do Crystal, in spite of all the improved things about it, is apparently in Crystal, you can't catch Mareep, that electric sheep Pokemon. You can't catch it in this, which is a huge disappointment because it's one of my favorites, but I guess it's a small price to pay for, everything else that looks and plays better in Crystal as opposed to Silver and Gold. As much as I love Silver and Gold, I've had 4 cartridges. I said it a couple times when we played Blue, but I've had 4 cartridges of Pokemon Silver. Because I didn't know it was a problem with all Gen 2 games. I thought I just had really bad luck or something. But a new feature in Gen 2 is that you can set the time in the game. So when you play it in the daytime, then in the game it's day. Or if you play it at nighttime at night, then in the game it's dark, like night. So it uses up a lot of the internal battery, and it makes the cartridge die. So every time I'd start up a new save, or every time I'd play a save, and then I would come back to my file and it would wipe my file and I'd have to start over again. So apparently that wasn't just a problem with me, that was a problem with everyone. So that's part of why I don't remember a lot of Gen 2, because I never was able to really finish it because my cartridge would die before I mean, that's not to say that they only lasted for like 2 days, but like, I'd play for a while and then I'd put it down, and then by the time I pick it back up again, then my cartridge was dead, or I'd buy it secondhand. That's what happened too. Like, after I bought my first copy, then all the other ones I bought were from used game stores, so the battery was already probably like half run down anyway. And I know there's a way you can get it fixed. Like, you can take it, there's a game shop near my house that can do it. I think it's the same one I bought all my copies of Silver from, actually, but there's a way they can recharge it or fix it, but I'm just lazy and I haven't. And I don't think it would get my save back. It would just fix it from the future. So, in the days of emulators now, like, I guess I don't really need to as much. Young puppy, what's up? Welcome. We're starting a fresh adventure, fresh everything. I was gonna say something about Silver. I've got all 4 cartridges like right next to me. I pulled them out of my drawer, like, for old time's sake, even though they don't work. But that's not what we're playing today. We're playing Crystal, which is the same thing, but also not the same thing. So it'll be cool to see what differences there are. I don't remember a lot about Silver to begin with, but it'll be neat to see what ends up comparing to what I do remember, if that makes any sense. I do know the intro is different. This intro in Gold and Silver, it's a lot different. I might actually close this real quick and we can watch the one from Silver, and then like come back to Crystal, of course. We can like compare the 2 intros, I don't know which one I like more. I mean, this one's cool with all the unknowns and everything, but the other one had little shelters. We'll see. I'm pretty hype. I'm quite hype indeed. I love Gen 2. I never played the remakes, actually, Heart Gold or Soul Silver. I think I bought Soul Silver once, but I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember. Like, I feel like I owned it at one point, but then at the same time I don't remember anything about it. So if I bought it, I didn't play it. But my shuffle just played the same song twice in a row. Why? Don't do that. What was I saying? I was saying something about, gosh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do know that I keep losing my train of thought. This is terrible. I'm running on maybe 4 hours of sleep, but I'm not too tired to play Crystal, that's for sure. Gosh. I never knew Suicune didn't really have a nose. He didn't really... like, when it closes up on his face, he just has like a mouth and a snout, but he doesn't really have an actual nose. It's kind of weird. That's something I wasn't really too... well, from what I remember of it, I wasn't really too fond of how Suicune and Entei and Raikou, when you get to them in the game, they never stay in one place. So you have to be like Steve Irwin and like set out across half the region and hope that they're there. And from what I remember, I can never find them. But hopefully we'll be able to in this playthrough. Also, it's time. So let me pause that. Let me just make a post real quick. Oh, let me turn the game's music on. That would probably be important. Tell me if it's too loud. I have no idea. It's a new game, so I don't... Like, I had the volume... when I finally had the volume right in blue, then we finished it. So this is a new ROM, new game. I don't know how the sound is. I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet or what, but let me know. Let me just post real quick. Pokemon's Crystal Baby! Exclamation point. Okay. Okay. And post that there. Excellent. Okay. Before we get started, Quincy, what's up? Hello. Welcome. It's a tiny bit quiet. Okay. I can fix it real quick. See, it's weird. Whenever it's loud on mine, it's quiet in the game or on the stream. But whenever it's quiet, or whenever it's always the opposite of what I'm hearing. So let me turn it up a tad. How's that? Is that good, or is that too loud now? I don't know. Well, I can keep fixing it if we have to. But anyways, I didn't know that the intro would replay like this whenever you just leave it. So I expected to just have it be on this shot right here of Suicune running, but that's okay. We'll let it cycle through. No, we won't. Hold on. I did want to look at, before we dive into Crystal, let's actually, I'm going to open up Silver and see, because the intro to Crystal and Silver is different. So let's just watch both intros. I'm not going to start on Silver, but let's just watch the intro of it, you know, just to see how different it is. Now watch this be too loud. I always liked Silver's intro. Well, Silver and Gold. The Shelders. I love the Shelders. As you can see, it's in color, which is a vast difference from what we've been looking at, the black and white of blue. Oh, the surf music. Oh, I love it. Oh. Gosh, this is so cool. This used to make me so hype when I was little. That shot right there. And then the Charizard. Classic. Absolutely classic. And then it just stays there. But like I said, we're not doing Silver. We're doing Crystal. So let's officially watch the intro for Crystal here. From the start. Oh, the Ditto. I don't actually remember. Well, now I do, because we watched it 500 times in the intro, but before now I hadn't really remembered what Crystal's opening looked like. Yeah, Quincy, there's a whole 6 colors. No, it's so weird seeing it in such vibrant color, because, like, for the last few weeks in blue, we've just been old black and white, you know? So it's like putting glasses on for the first time. He don't got no nose. Ah, look at that. They spell crystal. Cool. Honestly, I kind of like Silver and Gold's intro better, but I do like this shot right here. That purple is really pretty. So, without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Alright, we're starting a new game. New adventure. Is that a glitch, or is that just happening? Like, do y'all see that like flash with all those... I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, like I said before, one major difference between Pokemon Crystal and Gold and Silver is you can choose your gender. This is actually the first Pokemon game that you can choose your gender. So, we're going to be a girl, because we can. Whereas in Gold and Silver, it defaults you to a boy, like how Red and Blue does. But Crystal came out, I think, a year later, so they had some time to jazz things up a little bit. Will you check the clock for me? What time is it? Well, technically right now it's 8:05 p.m. where I am, but Gen 2 is the first generation where you could actually set the time in the game. So whatever time it is in the game, it's the time in, well, whatever time it is in real life is the time in the game. Which is pretty cool, and also why the battery inside each cartridge would run down so fast. So I kind of want to start in the daytime for the first stream, just so we can see how vibrant everything is. Like, after playing Red and Blue, it's like I'm putting on goggles for the first time with colors. So let's start out in the daytime, and then like we can maybe alternate like every stream or every other stream, like, you know, day and then night, and then like, so next stream will be a night stream, and then the next stream will be day. But for the first one, let's just do 10 o'clock in the morning. How many minutes? 8 minutes. That sounds good. Yes, a whole 8 minutes. You didn't see the glitch thing? Okay, good. Maybe it's just on my end, or it's nothing like too terrible. So even if y'all saw it, it's not like awful. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon again. What's up, Professor Oak? Oh, look at Wooper. Oh. Some people play with Pokemon, some people battle with them. You don't say. Professor Oak, we just saw you like a few days ago. We just beat the Elite Four and your grandson. Like, I think we know what Pokemon are at this point in time. So there's the girl sprite, the first girl character you could pick in a Pokemon game. So that's pretty neat, pretty neat. As always, we're gonna go with Gooey. Carry on the legacy. Am I ready? Absolutely. Also, something else too in Gen 2. You know how before in Red and Blue, like in this part where you pick your name and everything, you'd also pick your rival's name, but that doesn't come until later. So we'll see him in a minute. Oh, there it was again. I don't know if y'all see some weird, like, I think it's like a transitional effect or something, but if y'all see that, just ignore it, pretend it's not there. Anyways, we got some new digs. We got some new and improved bedroom technology. Let's take a look. Oh, well, that is a glitch. Oh no. Well, oh, that's actually like, oh my goodness gracious. Let me walk downstairs. Okay, it fixed it. Okay. I guess things like that are gonna happen. It might be this ROM, but uh-oh. Okay, well, just ignore that. Like, the void space outside of our room is acting up, but let's just pretend it's not. Like, let's just let's tune that out of our brain real quick. DJ Mary coming in with the quotation marks, I guess. Is that a computer? We have a computer in our room now. That's different. Oh, no, it isn't. The other one did too. Never mind. Okay, let's go downstairs and get rid of all these quotation marks and talk to our mom. Oh, yes. In Pokemon Gold and Silver and Crystal, in Gen 2, you remember in Gen 1, all the cities and everything were named after colors, but in Gen 2, they're all plants. So, you know, Professor Elm, well, I mean, all the professors are trees, but like, this is New Bark Town, and then you have like Violet and Goldenrod and everything. You thought Mom was gonna poke battle us? Yeah. Like, we walk downstairs and she just on sight just throws down. Gosh, that good old like exclamation point above the head is like it's like a Pavlovian response at this point. Oh, the day of the week. Today is Tuesday. Oh no, it isn't. No, 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 no. Gosh, today's oh gosh. Um, what day is it? Friday? Friday. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Is it daylight saving time? I don't know. Honestly, I never knew with daylight. Is it? I never knew what the difference is. Like, does daylight savings time being active mean that's when the time is forward an hour? But then which way is? I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna say yes. It doesn't really matter. Yes? Okay, good. I said it right anyway. Okay. I do know how to use the phone, but she's gonna tell me anyway. You turn the Pokedex on, or the Pokegear on, and select the phone icon. Um, so the Pokegear is a pretty neat new thing where you remember before, oh, that keeps happening. Oh, well, okay. Um, in Gen 1, you remember how I kept saying there was no way to rebattle a Pokemon trainer that you've already beaten before? But now you can. You can get, after you defeat a trainer, you can get their phone number. So right now all we have is our mom, but you can get their phone number, and sometimes they call you to rebattle them, which is great if you need experience or money. And your Pokegear has some other stuff too. As we go on, we're going to get the radio and a couple other things too, but that'll all come later. So for now, let's just go... Oh, do we have a sister? Who is this? I don't remember. Daylight savings time being on means clocks are an hour forwards. Okay. See, I never knew which was... You know what I mean. Hurry up. Okay, fine, Mom. Kick me out of the house, why don't you? Have you heard? My daughter is adamant about becoming Professor Elm's assistant. I don't remember this person being here. I wonder if she's new in Crystal. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, here's our city. That's your dad? Yeah, man. No, it's my other mom. Here's... Oh, look who it is. I'm not going to talk to him yet, but that's... Spoiler alert, that's our rival. Here is our quaint little hometown. Just like Pallet Town did, it has like a mysterious body of water you can surf across later. I hear Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemans. How exciting. Did your mom get it? That sounded backhanded, like, wow, nice Pokegear. Did your mom buy that? Yes, she did, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much. When he's caught up in his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. It's terrible. When I grow up, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm gonna be a great Pokemon professor. Excellent. I like how they... Oh my gosh, it's the return of the quotation marks. I might actually... I don't have time now because we already started. But after this stream, I'm going to continue as normal. But after this stream, I might see if I can find a different ROM and then catch up to where we were. Like how when I forgot to save the first stream in Pokemon Blue. Unless that one glitches as well, in which case we just might have to live the rest of our life with quotation marks. Who knows? Oh yeah, also, Gen 2 is what introduced some of the baby Pokemon. So like Pichu, a lot of pre-evolutions of the other Pokemon from Gen 1, like Igglybuff, Smoochum, Pichu, Magby too, I think. Alright, let's go hit up the laboratory. You got it, Professor. You got it, Professor. Just give me a Pokemon. Okay. Me either. Excellent, give me one. Okay. Just give me a Pokemon, man. Oh, email. Oh, we're fancy now. Remember, this is 2001. This is after Y2K happened. So email is cool to use again. Through email. Okay? That's how it used to be, y'all. Like, you had to, when you had something cool to tell somebody, you either got to talk to them in person or call them on the phone or send them an email over dial-up internet. Like, not like AOL, but they called themselves like America Online, or I guess they still do. But, or we had, in my house, we had Netscape, I think it was called, or I almost said Netflix. No, I'm pretty sure it was Netscape, I think. I don't know. Whatever company it is defunct now, since dial-up is like dinosaur era. Give me one. Okay. Oh, that is quite a glitch, but at least it's not affecting like the actual. We're surrounded by quotation marks, but at least they're not like impeding our space. So, I didn't mean to leave. I was just walking around. Anyways, let's take a look here. We've got Cyndaquil. Cute little fire dude. We've got... Gosh, okay. We've got Totodile. Little crocodile. Crocodilian. And then we've... For a second, I thought I accidentally hit yes. And then we've got Chikorita. Cute little bean. I never knew what she was supposed to be. Like a bean dinosaur, like a sprout thing. So, I always pick the same starter every time I play a new Pokemon game. I mean, every time I... The wrapper from the Snack Professor Elmate is in there. No, unfortunately, there's nothing in the garbage can besides his trash, I suppose. Every time I play a new generation, or a new file on a different generation, I always pick the same starter for every gen. So for Gen 2, I always pick Cyndaquil. I sure will. Give me that. A. We're on our way. Okay, so... So, when Gen 2 came out, it was 2001, I believe, or 2002? 2001 or 2002? One of those. Maybe even 2003? No, it had to have been 2002. So at that point, I was 8 or 9 years old. So, you know, I was in 4th grade. You know, I didn't really know too much. Looking back, it was very embarrassing. But you remember how I say, not only do I pick the same starter with every gen, but I always name them the same thing that I named them when I first started. So, when I was 8 or 9, whenever this came out, 4th grade, I wanted a majestic, wonderful name to name my Cyndaquil. So, I always went with King, because I was very original and quite creative. So... Cherry Grove. It's almost a direct route there, so you can't miss it. But just in case, here's my phone number. Sure you don't want to give me your email instead? You email fiend? Yeah, the secret 4th starter, the wrapper. The candy wrapper. Like, what if he presented me with, like, these 3 wonderful rare Pokemon, and then it's like, I grab the garbage out of the trash? Alright. Let's get some steps in. Let's get going. Okay. 1 potion. Okay. 4th graders tend not to know a heck of a lot. Yeah, you're right. You were absolutely correct. I was dumb as a bag of rocks back then. I wonder if we get to meet our rival now, or I'll talk to him. So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. Sure is. Oh yeah, I forgot he kicks you out of the way. You know, we could just have him arrested for assault and like our rivalry would end right then and there. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you kick someone with the force to with enough force to send them flying back that far, you could get in some pretty hard trouble, but I guess that's just not how we're rolling right now. Who knows when they'll pop out? We don't have any Pokeballs yet, so we can't catch anything yet. So I was always nervous to go in the grass, but gosh, all these colors are so vibrant. It's such a step up from this whole, wow, look at that. Look at the health bars. That's a glitch and a half, isn't it? I'm going to try to find an unglitched ROM after this stream. And then like catch us back up to the point we get to. But in the meantime, we can have some... This doubles as a glitch stream, I guess. I can't tell if the point beyond... Oh, well, I guess the glitched part that's behind the end of the bar is just... It doesn't exist. Okay, well. That's something else new that Gen 2 added. There's a little bar underneath your... There's an experience bar, so you can tell how... It's the first gen that had that, so you can tell how close your Pokemon is to leveling up. I'm not sure. I guess, well... As you can see, we're going to have to revisit a lot of this when we get cut. But... Yo, how are your Pokemans? Okay. Well, I can't exactly keep out of the grass right now, since we kind of have to go through it, but... A rat. That's something else, too, that that I was talking about before. Part of why I played Crystal instead of Silver is because in Crystal, when you enter a battle, the enemy Pokemon sprite does a little move for a second. It's pretty cool. Regular Gold and Silver didn't do that, so... I also remember there being more, like... I don't know. I thought there were more Hoot-Hoots and Sentrets, but maybe we'll see those later. I don't think we can go this way yet. If you want to catch them all... If you want to catch them all, as they say. You can't climb ledges, but you can jump from them. Handy. I think there's yeah, Route 46, there's probably a tree or something up here you have to get through. Because I don't think we're supposed to be here, so... let's just, you know... Let's just act like we weren't there for a second. Oh, Gen 2 was also the first generation to introduce berries, so we'll see some berry trees. I don't remember Hoppit being this close to New Barktown, but I guess. Sure. Oh, he's so cute. Look at those little ears. I never knew Hoppit knew Splash. What kind of sense does that make? Gosh. I wonder if, in that case, maybe in Crystal they moved around the, like they changed maybe they changed what Pokemon are available in each area, because I remember there being more like, you know, Hoot-Hoots and Sentrets and maybe some Rattatas and Pidgeys, but I don't remember ever seeing a Hoppip this close to New Barktown. I mean, it's cool, you know. A berry. Anything that isn't like a ghost will make a splash if you toss it into the pond, but we're on grass. We're on solid land. Or maybe there's like a puddle nearby. And oh gosh. I wasn't expecting that. There's a Sentret. Aw. I can't wait until we get Pokeballs, so I don't have to kill everything and I can actually befriend some, you know? so I don't leave a trail of murder in my path. Okay, sweet. Excellent. Where are we? Oh, Cherry Grove. Look at this dude. I think he gives us... Doesn't he give us a tour? I think. Everyone's a rookie at some point. That's actually some pretty great words of inspiration there. I didn't mean to hit yes, but I have a feeling he would have done this anyway, no matter what we chose. Yep. You don't say. Pokemart, yep. You don't say. Mm-hmm. Oh, fun. I can't wait to defeat all of them. The sea, as you can see... Look at that dude. Did you see that dude? Was he supposed to be there down in the corner? Huh. We just walked into his house, basically. Excellent. Oh yeah, instead of a map, like a paper map, now we have a map card that we insert into our Pokegear. Almost like iPhone apps, but like early 2000s. Late 90s. You know what? You know what, young puppy? You're even though you're underleveled, like we went in there when we beat the Elite Four like a few days ago. Like I'm pretty sure, wasn't Gordita like level 30 something still? You can do it. I believe in you. Like I'm pretty sure that Gordita and Hawks were level 30 something and we still managed to beat Lance's like level 60 something whatever. So I believe in you. You can do this. I guarantee it. You can. It's only, if you think about it, like if you get, I don't know if, I forget if you lose, I know I'm walking in circles, I can't talk and do things at the same time, but if you lose against the Elite Four, don't you just, like, if you go back to the part in the beginning with the, where you can shop around and stuff for items before you fight them, if you buy a lot, if you have enough money to buy a lot of items, that's part of what got us through that last battle. I think if I didn't have as many hyper potions, I don't think we would have made it even halfway through. And revives as well. So if you can stock up on items, maybe that'll, if you haven't already, I'm sure you've already, you know, it's not exactly like pro strat advice, but I believe in you. You can do this. You can do it. Oh, Dream Eater? Yeah, that's terrible. That's a pretty terrible move, especially since the hypnosis beforehand, you know, it's pretty rough, but I still believe in you. If you have any ground Pokemon, they come, or any ground type moves, I think that's what got us through so easily with her, because all of her, like in Gen 1 there's no pure ghost type Pokemon. There's only Ghastly. The Ghastly line is the only ghost Pokemon, and they're all part poison, which is weak against ground. So if you have any ground attacks, give it a try. That's my my sage advice. The advice I give as if I'm actually good at this game in any way, shape, or form. Oh, it's that old guy. When I was a wee lad, he was a hotshot trainer. Catch lots of Pokemon and treat them all with kindness. Yeah, that's about my level of advice there. I forgot to look. Let's look at the map, actually. So we've got like the time and date, and we've got our cell phone, which we saw, and then there's the map, which is now in beautiful colors. You still can't move the cursor without, there's no way to move the cursor from side to side. You can just like select up and down, and then it takes you through the whole map. Because if I go left to right, it takes me to a different gear card. But just the fact that it's in color is like it makes it a lot less annoying to look at, I guess. I'm a really visual person, especially with colors, so it helps a lot. Because in Gen 1, it was just like, where am I? And where am I? What is a map? Where am I on the map? You know, there was no way of telling. Aw. You're trying to see how good you are as a Pokemon trainer? You better visit the Pokemon gyms. Oh, we plan to. We're gonna visit them and give them what for? MS Paint? Yeah, like, it's like, look at the land. It looks like y'all remember Kid Pix, that kids art program on like Windows 98 Kid Pix. It looks like something you'd make in Kid Pix. Here's the new improved Pokemon centers. They're bigger, it looks like, than in Red and Blue. And there's the computer up there in the corner. I was always mad that this little computer here doesn't do anything, or this little TV, it's just there for aesthetics. But I used to think it was another computer. But no, the computer's over here. There's the floor is pink, that's something, and Nurse Joy actually looks like Nurse Joy. And I'm going to talk to these people too, but in every Pokemon Center, upstairs is the Cable Club, which is where you'd go for, if you and your friends had a link cable, you could link up and battle or trade. So usually I never went to the second floor because none of my friends were as into, well, they were into Pokemon like me, but we never really got the chance to coordinate the times and places to link up with the link cable, so I never really talked to any of these people up here very much. So and we won't have to in this playthrough because this is a computer, so can't really do that, but it's there if we had to. The communications center was just built, but they're still finishing it. I can store any number of Pokemon and it's all free. I don't think you can sit in the chairs. Like, I'm just kind of running into them. Or maybe the ones up here, I don't know. Nope. You can't really sit until Gen 3, I guess. Your Pokemon, your trainer here doesn't have legs, or doesn't have knees until Gen 3, I suppose. When I was walking in the grass, a bug Pokemon poisoned my Pokemon. I wonder if I'm pretty sure in Gen 3 it still does that thing where whenever you're poisoned, and you walk in the overworld, the whole screen still flashes. I think it still does that, so just be aware of that if we get poisoned. I wonder if this weird glitch is gonna affect that, because that would be interesting. Okay, what do we got? Potions, antidotes, paralyzed heals, and awakenings. No Pokeballs yet. He gave us one potion, but I think I'm gonna buy 2 more for now, just in case. I should probably buy some of that too, but I'm cheap. So, just like in real life, I'm gonna ignore necessities and keep going. I forget who we're even supposed to be seeing. Like, didn't he say it was someone in Cherry Grove that we had to talk to, but we talked to everybody? Or was it somewhere, or wait, I don't know. Let's just keep going and see what happens. Maybe it's the next town up. But then I think the next town up is Violet City, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. If we go too far, I'm sure it'll let us know. Oh, good old string shot. Yeah, that too. Some of the stuff in the overworlds like moves around and wiggles and stuff. That's a neat little touch. They didn't have to do that, but they did, which kind of adds a special something, you know. Just like how the sprites, the Pokemon sprites, they kind of wiggle around when you first battle them. Ooh. We're off to a great start. We're still going to be underleveled most of the time. Y'all remember all the mistakes that I made in Gen 1? I hope you're ready for me to make the same mistakes again in Gen 2 and every iteration afterward. Get used to half the party being underleveled and etc., you know. I tell you what, we're going to be loaded up with berries. We're going to fall down. It's going to be like that vine with the spaghetti in the pockets, but with berries instead. Yeah, exactly. The same mistakes, but now in vibrant Technicolor. Oh, sweet. See, I didn't have to buy an antidote from the town. I could just find one for free. Okay. This is where the battles Oh. I was about to say this is where the battles begin, because if you walk past this guy you had to fight, but I guess he's safe. Oh, that doesn't look good. Well, we'll investigate that in a second. Oh, okay. So we're not going too far. He's straight ahead. Well, let's see what's going on over here. Is this like a heated battle going on? Oh my goodness. Oh. It played the music and I thought we had to fight them. Like I thought it was going to be like a battle royale. Okay. They're clearly in deep concentration, so let's just leave them alone. I used to hate this part. I used to always try and go the way with less grass, and it would end up being the way with more grass. Now that I think about it, they probably put the same amount of grass on both sides. So no matter which way you picked, it was probably, you know, the same thing. I don't remember Caterpies being this early either, but I guess... I don't know. I think one of the things they did with Crystal was made different Pokemon available in different areas. I guess. I do know that you can't catch... They made it so that... I forgot they can do that. I forgot that your Pokemon can automatically use berries. I didn't even think... Did I give that to him, or did he just pull it out of the bag and just randomly eat it? Well, I guess that's something. Hold on. Oh, poison cure. That's another thing too, like the berries, some of the names are really long, but you can only fit a few characters in, so some of them have like poison cure berry because they had to fit the whole name in there. I'm not sure what kind of... Hold on a second. You bring up a good point. Let's take a closer look at our sprite here. I guess it's like a it looks like a swim cat beanie type of situation. But I dig her sneakers. Oh, sweet. We can see some of the faces we're going to be seeing. I never realized it looks like... Okay. I always thought I only would ever get up to like Whitney, the one with the red hair. I'd only ever get up to her before my cartridge would die. So I used to look at Morty, the guy with the white hair. I used to think he was wearing a do-rag because I didn't realize like his hair is cut off in that sprite and he's supposed to be wearing a bandana, like the purple bandana with the white hair. But I always thought it was a do-rag with some shades on his forehead. I don't know. Even with colors now, it's still a little weird sometimes, but that's okay. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Mystery egg. Ooh. Oh yeah, Gen 2 Gen 2 did a lot of things first, so this is the first generation with eggs and a daycare and breeding. Well, the Gen 1 had a daycare, but this is the first gen with the whole breeding thing where you get an egg and you walk around and it hatches. So, that started that, which started a whole... I think they've done that like every game thereafter, so it's pretty cool. Oh, look who it is. It's our grandpa. He doesn't recognize us because we've been reincarnated into a different body, but it's nice to see him again. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. Because we die in the tall grass without one. You seem to be dependable, thank you. I like the idea of Professor Oak traveling different countries and regions and just handing out 10-year-olds Pokedexes like like he just travels around like handing them out like Bibles, like, here you go, help me fill this up, here you go, you get a Pokedex, you know, like everyone gets a Pokedex. Well, alright, and then he leaves. Oh good. Excellent. Oh, look at this sweet couch. Bruh. I wish we could sit. That looks so comfortable. And then also, like, the wire. I know these are supposed to be, like, computer wires, but they always look like spaghetti or, like, guts or something. Like you got a bunch of spaghetti on the floor. But I guess back in 2001, it took this many wires to hook up a monitor to a couple external hard drives. Oh, man. Oh. Hello. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. We gotta rescue the professor from an intruder. I'll give you 3 good guesses on who the intruder is. Gee, I wonder. Let's go this way this time and see if my theory is correct. Excuse me. How do you miss string shot? Well, I guess, you know. Well, alright then. Excellent. Almost level 8 already. Goodness gracious. Making good progress. I wonder if they're still fighting. Yep. They've been fighting for like 20 minutes. I didn't mean to walk into the grass, but okay. Gosh. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, I'm fighting. Schmidt Wild, hello! Again, what is up? Welcome. We've begun Gen 2. We're in Johto now. We've evolved from Kanto. And we're about to investigate a laboratory invasion. Also, in case anyone else has joined since this whole thing started, I know that part of it is, I know there's some glitches going on. I don't know what that's all about, but just pretend it's not happening. It's really only, it's only happening like around the battle or well, around like the bars, like the health bar and everything in battles. And then also it looks like when we're indoors, the blank space around the room, it turns into quotation marks. So it doesn't look like anything like terribly like game breaking yet. So we're just gonna have to bear with it for a while. I did finish Pokemon Blue. That was last stream. I have it saved and I might upload it soon. I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna upload all these because I have all the past streams saved, but I don't know if, I mean, they're all like 2.5 hours long. So I don't know if I want to like edit them first and maybe put them on YouTube or something, just like for archives, I guess, since Twitch deletes them after a few days. But we finished Pokemon Blue. We beat the Elite Four and the champion. Oh, I thought he wasn't going to show up until we got to the town, but okay. What a waste. A wimp like you. Look at this edgelord. Brutal Gaming, what's up? Hello, welcome. Never seen you before. Yeah, I'm using an emulator. Hegon, I think it's called. Hegon, or however you pronounce it. I actually gave my... I had a copy of... This is Crystal. I had a copy of it. And a long time ago, when I was maybe 10, I think, I let this kid borrow it. His name was Jonathan. He moved and took it with him. So since then, I haven't... And then all my copies of Silver all died, so I guess I'm destined to just not finish... Well, now I will, because it's an emulator, but for a while there I was cursed to never finish a Gen 2 Pokemon game, because they were all either dying or getting stolen, but, you know, it is what it is. Wow, this dude is... How... I wasn't expecting this Totodile to be so fierce. But, especially since we're 3 levels higher, but... Alright, well... That was close. Are you happy you won? I mean, I guess so. It was only barely. Honestly, I just Googled... I know almost nothing about anything, so I just Googled Game Boy. This emulator can do Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, and also Sega as well, like the Mega Drive and everything. So I just Googled... Get out of the way, goodness. I just Googled Game Boy emulator, and and then like and I actually got the blue ROM from that site. The site didn't go down, but they're not offering ROMs anymore, actually. So I downloaded it before they stopped. I forget what the site is. It IsoZone or something? But that's where I got the blue ROM from. And then Crystal, I just Googled it as well. So I'm not sure how healthy it is for your computer. It's probably why it's glitching out so much on mine. But my laptop is... It's probably not the first virus. If it's I'm not saying it's a virus. It's probably not a virus, but if it is, it's not the first one it's ever had. So I'm not very cautious about it. But, you know, what am I doing? Going to, the laboratory. Okay. He's been invaded. We've had a break-in and entering. Yeah, hit him with that ground type, young puppy. It helps a lot because they're all part poison. Like, she has 2 Gengars and a Haunter, and those are all part poison. And then her Arbok and whatever else she has is pure poison type. So I think with a ground type, especially if it has higher speed, then you'll probably do pretty well from what I remember. Oh, this is where we name our rival. Okay. Alright. So, when I was... Like I said, when this came out, I was 8 or 9. And so I named it after this kid I knew in 4th grade who I didn't like at all. I would always name this rival right here. I'd name him Connor. After this kid named Connor I knew in the 4th grade. He always used to steal my zebra cakes. And he was not that nice of a person. But that wouldn't really be very fair now because A, that was a long time ago. I'm sure he's grown up to be a wonderful person. And B, I actually know someone else named Connor now who's actually pretty cool. So, instead of Connor, let's go with something new. Let's go with, we did Bean Boy last time. Let's keep up the theme of food. And let's go with... Bean Boy... Bean... potato, tater, potato, potato, collard greens, collard. Or macaroni, but I don't think that'll fit. And I like macaroni and cheese, so I like collard greens too, but that fits perfectly. So collard greens. Sure. This is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's I like how his laboratory was just invaded. And he was like, oh, well that sucks. Oh, what's this? Now tell me what Professor Elm or Mr. Pokemon told you. It's like everything about breaking and entering gets put on the back burner for Pokemon research. I can get behind that. He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Excellent. Excellent. Violet City is honestly, well, Violet City and the national park are my two favorite parts of the whole game, but that probably has a lot to do with the fact that I never really got a lot farther than that. So, one whole Pokeball, thanks. Thanks, dude. Did that say put it in the ball pocket? Okay, I missed that for a second. All right, let's get this show on the road. I've caught exactly one Pokemon because I didn't have Pokeballs until just now. Thanks for asking. No, I'm good. Fine then, alright. Okay, thanks. Alright, well let's use this one Pokeball and catch something good. Or maybe he gave us more than one, it just looked like one. We'll see. I think Gen 2 is also the first generation where your bag has different pockets. So instead of all your stuff going into like one big menu screen, now there's separate pockets so we can fit more stuff. Oh gosh. King is already, he's already getting a little overpowered. Let's look in, yeah, so there's a berry pocket, the Pokeballs, the key items like the bike and the fishing rods and everything, and then TMs and HMs, so it's pretty cool. Oh, this isn't just the berry pocket, it's everything like items and stuff. Oh, he gave us 5, okay. It's not too bad. And then something else too that I don't know if it's the same in Crystal, but in Silver, yeah, in Gen 2, for whatever reason, the Pokeballs, whenever you catch something, then the ball itself changes to sort of like the color scheme of whatever you caught. I don't know why they I don't know why they did that, but it's pretty neat. It rapidly flaps its wings in the grass, stirring up a dust cloud. It drives insect prey out into the open. The Pokedex looks different too. You have the they show the footprint now, and it's all like black and red with the white text, so they're making full advantage of the, look at that random quotation mark. They're making full advantage of the Game Boy Color's color scheme range. I think something else I'm gonna do is every new generation and every new Pokemon game, I'm gonna name any of the same Pokemon. Should I do that? Should I name the same Pokemon that I caught in the last game the same thing? So this will be Hawks again. I feel like that's what I would do if I wasn't streaming. So that's what we're gonna do. I think you have, no, maybe not. I was gonna say I think there's more spaces now so you can name them longer things, but I think it looks about the same. Okay, Hawks. Hawks lives again. I'm sure he'll serve us as well in this game as the last one. Also, I know I keep pausing, but this is also the first generation where since this is the first generation with breeding, it's the first generation where your Pokemon have genders. So most of the time, as usual, most starters are male, but we'll be seeing that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess so. If there's like, if we have some fresher, like, crispier puns we can do. Gosh, just get up there. If we have any crispier puns we can do. It still doesn't... They haven't yet made it so that when you catch a Pokemon... Well, I guess it makes sense if it's going straight to your party. But I don't think... Like, if your party was full and you catch a Pokemon and it goes straight to the computer, I think it's still... In the computer, it still has the same amount of HP as when you defeated it or when you caught it. I think... I don't think they started doing the thing where they heal it in the computer. Okay. So I've sort of learned... Well, no I haven't. I was going to say I've sort of learned my lesson from last game. I haven't at all, actually. But since we only have 2 Pokemon, it's kind of easier to keep track of right now. So I'm going to get a head start. And I'm going to switch out Hawks and put him first to get him some experience. And maybe we won't be as underleveled by the time we make it to the Elite Four. Yes, we will, but you know, at least we're trying. I wonder if those guys are still fighting. Oh, we already have one of you. Oh yes, it's also the first generation where when you're fighting a wild Pokemon you've caught before, it shows you up next to the health bar, that little Pokeball symbol, so you know what you've caught before. Gen 1 didn't do that. Gen 2 probably did have something like experience share. I mean, Gen 1 had the experience all, I think, so if Gen 1 had it, then I'm sure Gen 2 did. Vanikish, what's up? Welcome, hello. Brand new game, brand new look. Yeah, I figured if Gen 1 had one, then... Hopefully, I don't remember how it is, though. Hopefully it's not the same as in Gen 1 where it would... You had to, like, look individually through each... You know how, like, after the end of each battle, it was like, he earned some points, and he earned some points, and he earned some points, you know, for each individual Pokemon. So it looks like they're done fighting, but I'm gonna have to battle him. So first I'm just gonna take a look. No, I'm not. There was nothing up there, so we're gonna fight him. It's all good that you're late. Don't worry about it. You haven't really missed a whole lot. We just started, so, you know, new beginnings, new beginnings. There is a glitch, though, so if you see some random quotation marks flying around and, like, that random bar next to the next to our enemy sprites, just don't worry about it. Like, pretend it's not there. Like, just ignore that. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's swap him out real quick. Yeah, man. Gen 2 is my favorite. Surprise, surprise. I never really got into the remakes. Not that I didn't... Well, the remakes came out, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out with... They came out in like 2008 or 2009. Oh my goodness. What is happening? I stopped paying attention for 1 second and my fire hedgehog is getting pummeled by a rat. Like, what the heck? Yeah, the trainers have names instead of just being like Lass and like Youngster. I think they had names in the last one too, didn't they? Or maybe not. I don't know. I already don't remember. But the remakes came out, Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out in like 2008 or 2009, I think. So at that point I was like 14 or 15, I think. So that was the point where I was like, gosh, another Pokemon game. It like the remakes aren't going to be as good as the original Gen 2, and you know, I was up on my high horse or whatever. So I never really played the remakes. I I still haven't, just because I haven't really thought about it. But I've heard, like, I've seen people playing them, and I'm not really as big of a fan of the Gen 2 has my favorite soundtrack, I think, out of all the Pokemon games that exist to this day. I think I like the soundtrack of Gold, Silver, and Crystal above all other soundtracks, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me. But I listened to some of the songs from the remakes, like some of the revamped songs, and I'm not really as much of a fan of those compared to the originals. I mean, that sounds so pretentious to say, but I mean, I don't know. Like Violet City, the Violet City and Olivine theme, it's the same song, but that's always been my favorite. That and the National Park theme are my favorite songs in the whole Pokemon thing. And I listened to the Heart Gold and Soul Silver version once, and I was like, I mean, it's pretty. Like, it's pretty. But, I don't know. Something about how simple it is in the Game Boy Color, like the 8-bit sound scheme, it makes it, like... In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it didn't sound the way that I imagined it to sound, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I kind of prefer the original. We'll hear it when we get there. But, you know, I mean, there were, like, the soundtrack in Heart Gold and Soul Silver was great, but I prefer, I prefer the, the original, from Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But, you know. I hope that we get to Violet City soon. Speaking of Violet City, because we only have 2 Pokemans so far, and oh gosh, and we're getting pummeled by rats, so I don't think I ever heard the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Lavender Town remix. That I can't imagine how that sounds. Like, I'm trying to imagine it, and I can't, like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's so weird. After beating a Pokemon game, I'll fight her for experience. Why not? Oh, she doesn't fight. Never mind. I'm not a trainer. Well, you looked like one. Prepare to battle. Okay. But, oh, hello. But it's so weird after beating a Pokemon game with your Pokemon in your party being at level 50 something to go to a brand new like with your Pokemon having like 150 HP and then going to a brand new game where your Pokemon have like 15 HP and a potion restores like 5 HP, you know. It's weird. Can't wait till we learn some fire moves. That'll be nice. I'll tell you one thing. I think, doesn't all the starters evolve at level like 16, right? For the first time. So we're already like over halfway there. That didn't take long. I mean, I know they started at level 5, but wow. I may as well keep swapping in and out for experience. Until we get the experience share or experience all or whichever and see how it works. Maybe it works a little bit differently from in Red and Blue. Oh, they evolve at different levels in Gold and Silver. It's got to be either level 16 or level 18, right? For whatever reason, besides level 16, I remember level 18. Oh, 14. Oh, okay. Well, the 36 is the same because in Gen 1 they would evolve second at level 36. But level 14 is really soon. So we're like over halfway there. I'll take it. Arg, you're too strong. I wonder what else... Oh, speaking of which, I was going to say, I wonder what else is over here. A bug. We haven't caught one yet, so... Maybe a Totodile was the one that evolved at level 18. That makes sense, I guess. I know there was at least, there's at least one starter in one Pokemon game across all the generations that evolves at level 18 for the first time. So, you know, that's the extent of my, it's the extent of my knowledge there, just about. I remember what, like, I've started Gen 1 or Gen 2 so many times without finishing it because my cartridges would die, but most of the time I started with Cyndaquil. I picked Totodile a few times, but I think I only ever picked Chikorita like once, I think. Not that I don't like Chikorita, but, you know. Caterpie. Last time our Caterpie was Lando, right? Or Lando Lakes. Now, let's go for... Let's keep up the butter theme. Butter... Country Crock Butter. Can't Believe It's Not Butter. Lando Lakes. What's that one? There's like a... the one with the lady sitting down. That's Lando Lakes, isn't it? All I can think of is Lando Lakes. Can't Believe It's Not. Well, that fit because... Wait a second. If Can't Believe It's Not doesn't fit, then Margarine, that's what we're going for. But let me... Hold on. No, it won't fit. Well, I could either do Can't Believe or Margarine. Or Bluebonnet. That's cute. Caterpie... Not Caterpie. Butterfree is part blue, isn't it? What about, like... Blue... I wonder if the whole... Bluebonnet. Excellent. Or I could do Blue Bonnet. Oh, excellent. I wonder if there's anything else over here besides caterpillars. What's happening? Oh. You freeze for a second when someone calls you, so I thought something terrible happened. Oh, I never said goodbye to Mom. Oops. Sorry. No. I kind of talked about that last game. If you have your mom save your money, she'll save it for you like a savings account. Like, she'll save, like, whenever you win against a trainer, then, like, she gets a little bit of it and it piles up like a savings account. But, sometimes she'll use it to just buy random potions and stuff, and she gives them to you, which is cool, but after a certain point, it's like, I could have used that money. Wow. That sure is dark, isn't it? Yeah, let's not, let's get out of here. I think that's what, you remember when in Pokemon Blue, when we were playing Blue, and I thought Mount Moon was totally dark and that's what you needed Flash for? I think my brain was mixing it up because Mount Moon is the first cave you go into in Blue, and in here, Dark Cave is the first cave you go into. So I think my brain was jumping ahead and thinking the first cave you get to is totally dark. Excellent. Oh, there's probably Ladybuzz in here then. Ladybuzz? Ladybuzz. Somewhere in here. Because it's... I set the time, right now in real life, it's like 9 o'clock at night. And when I started, it was like 8. But I set the time in the game to daytime, just so like the first stream will be nice and bright, and you know. But I think every other stream I'm going to switch between night and day. I already have a caterpillar. Oh. No, let me leave, please. I just want to catch a ladybug, please. I don't want to switch out. I don't want to switch all the way around just to... Okay, cool. I'll do like 5 more encounters, and if I don't see one, we'll just get one later. Gosh. Can you reset the in-game time whenever you want? I don't know. I think I know there's a way to reset it in the cartridges. There's something you have to do, but if there's a way to do it in the cartridges, there's probably a way to do it in the game or in the emulator. I'll figure it out. It should be the morning because I chose like when we first started, I set the time to like 10 in the morning, which is late morning, but I mean, oh no, I'm sorry, Hawks, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Let's skip looking for a ladybug right now. Oh wow, he just blocked me in here, huh? Oh, Bellsprout. Okay. Oh, its neck moves. I don't want to see that ever again in my life. Let's catch it so we don't have to. I hope a tackle doesn't kill it. Oh, it'll be day instead of morning? Oh, well. Oh, we saw a Bellsprout. That's something different. Okay. Oh, no, I want Pokeball. I'm so used to the wasn't it the other way around in Blue where maybe not, maybe my fingers are just betraying me, but oh, come on. I was gonna say I thought it was different in that, like, weren't your items in Blue over here and your Pokemon down here, like your party? I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't know. But I'm afraid if I tackle this thing again, it's gonna die. So let's just see if we can... Oh, come on. Okay, fine. I'll tackle it one more. There's some spectacular glitches happening right now. But I'll tackle it one more time and see if that... Oh, please. Oh, stop. Oh. Well... Okay. Oh, now we're even stronger, so we can kill more wild Pokemon even faster. Okay, well. We'll come back for that. How did you lose the first 24 pages of your crystal guide? I've done similar things to mine, though. My, Animal Crossing guide, for whatever reason, when I was, like, 6 for the original Animal Crossing on Game Boy, when I was, like, 8, I think, I did something, and so it's missing like part of the calendar pages because I had some idea when I was like 8 years old because I was an idiot, and yeah, you know. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. You don't say. Oh, I forgot there's still trainers and whatnot. Okay, well, our health is alright, I guess. Oh, you beat her. Excellent. Yeah, man. Your Grappler's a real MVP. I knew ground type would help a lot. With now Bruno, I think, is next, right? And he has the ground and fighting type? No, he has rock type and fighting type or something. He wasn't as easy as Agatha was, but I don't remember him being... Our biggest problem, I think, was actually Lorelei, the first girl, because I remember when I fought her, like, 2 of our Pokemon, like, passed away right off the bat, and then... That was a mess, but we actually had the most but you already passed her at this point, so I think hopefully it'll be all smooth sailing from here. Unless, you know, things go awry. But if things go awry, then it's all good. You know, you just gotta try it again. It's all gravy. Why'd I do that? I meant to give it... I didn't mean to give it to him. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll fight and get this item. There's some new, like, battle effects now, too, like when you first enter a battle. Like how there was that thing. Or was that in Blue also? I don't remember. I never pay attention to the battle transition screens anymore. But I don't remember that effect with the where it looked like a Pokeball. I don't remember that being in blue. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Do I think after having the underleveled Pokemon problem in blue will affect this playthrough? No, because I never learn from my mistakes. I never learn from my mistakes, and you can't teach an old trainer new tricks, so we're probably going to have the same problem. That's what I was saying earlier. You remember every bad habit that I had in Gen 1? Get ready for all that to happen again. For sure. I'm pretty sure in this playthrough as well, we're going to get to the Elite Four, and I'm still going to have the same thing where it's like 3 Pokemon that are almost at a good level, but not quite, and the rest are all going to be like half that. And like, it's not that I'm not going to try. Like, see, I was trying with Hawks, but he fainted, so I guess that's the end of that already. So yeah, grinding is always hard, but I think it gets easier as you go, especially since like in the later gens, experience share improves a lot. I still don't know how it's going to work in Gen 2. We haven't gotten to it yet, of course, but maybe it's a little better than it was in Gen 1. Because in Gen 1, it just spread out all the experience so much that nobody ever really got much. Like, you'd fight a Pokemon trainer that had like a decent level Pokemon for you to train against, and then all your Pokemon would get like 12 experience when it could have been just one getting like 100 experience, you know? That's how, that's why at the end, like when we were training, when I was grinding to train for the Elite Four, that's why I put it away, because it was taking too long. So it seems helpful, but, and I guess it is in a lot of cases, but it was just like, yeah, exactly. Like, I just leave my starter in the front, and then by the end of it, we have like a level 80 something starter, and then everyone else is like level 2. But, you know, as long as it gets us through, technically grinding and everything should be the way to go. It's a nice sound strategy, but my strategy for Pokemon mainly is, if it works, I'll do it. If it worked for me once, I'll keep doing it. So, you know. Is the level scaling even worse than Gen 1? Because that was pretty bad as it was. Gosh. I'm trying to just get to Violet City so we can get healed and everything, but goodness gracious. Yeah, that's kind of the way it was when we fought the Elite Four last stream. Well, not exactly, because, I mean, well, towards the end it was, because Lance and his dragon Pokemon were all level, like, late 50s and early 60s, and then when we fought our rival, he had most of his at level 60-something, and his Venusaur was level, like, 65, and, like, half my team was still level 30-something, and the other half was like level 40 something, and my starter was maybe level 50, maybe. So if we got through that, then I don't really foresee us having much of a problem. So we probably will, but you know, it's all good. Oh, there's those quotation marks again. It makes everything look so suspicious. Let's talk to this guy. Did you visit Sprout Tower? We're about to. Excellent. Okay. So, Violet City has the same soundtrack as Olivine, I think. And it's my favorite song in any Pokemon game ever. Well, maybe, the national, or the, national park. Yeah, the national park. Maybe the park song. That one's a close second, but maybe sometimes a first. But the Violet City theme is my favorite, I think. Gosh, we need to heal. So let me Before we jam out too hard to this awesome music, let's heal real quick. Yeah, they sort of started something like that, like how you said in Gen 3, the remakes, at least, you get the Versus Seeker. It seemed like they were trying to start the process of that in Gen 2, because that's when you could, now you can, with your phone and everything, sometimes you can rebattle trainers that you battled before, or I think I read in Crystal there's a battle tower somewhere. I don't know if it's gonna help anything, but you know, at least there's a way to battle people you defeated before. Because I know in Gen 1, once you beat all the trainers that there were, then that was it. Like, then there's just like your friends that you could hook up to with the link cable, and that's about it. Okay, we're all healed. Excellent. Ghosts are rumored to appear in Sprout Tower. They said normal type Pokemon moves had no effect on the ghosts, you don't say. You can't do the battle tower until you beat the Elite Four, then what's the point then? I guess we're not doing that. Or maybe we will after we beat the Elite Four, but I was kind of hoping that'll be part of our training, but you know, it's all good. I would have a Bellsprout if King hadn't gone ham and killed it. We can do that later. If you don't have the right gym badges, they go buck wild. Good to know. I mean, regardless of if I train enough before the Elite Four or not, I'm gonna Rambo it anyway. So regardless of if you can do the battle tower before then or not, then I'm not really sure if it's gonna make much of a difference in my case, because I'm just gonna bust in there anyway, no matter what level we are. Gosh. Oh, you don't get experience? Oh, well, that's really no point then. In for our purposes, that's no point. It'll be fun. That's like a fun thing to do after you beat it, though, I guess. You know, like a post-game kind of thing. Speaking of which, I think Gen 2 was the first one you could have your Pokemon hold stuff. So in that case, I never got in the habit of giving my Pokemon items to hold, but we're going to. I'll give it a shot. I didn't mean to give it a potion. I meant to give it a berry, but okay. Hold the whole potion then. No, give me that back. Okay. Let's give him a berry, not a whole potion. Here we go. Oh, I thought I had more than that, but okay. So the bitter berry cures confusion. So now there's actually an item that can cure confusion. That's helpful. Gosh. I feel like the arrow... Well, my controls are a little less sensitive than it was in blue. Because you remember how in the Safari Zone, we were doing that thing where we would sit in place and step, and it wouldn't use up a step, but it would still trigger encounters. And I had trouble with it because my the controls are so sensitive that I couldn't tap the key without moving a step, but now it's no problem, so that's pretty cool. Talk to me. Prime time. We're going to the prime time, y'all, one of these days. Talk to me, sir. Oh, Faulkner. What a nerd. He's going down. Wow, did you see that? Did you see that spin? Oh, I haven't won yet. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Oh no, we've already been there. Oh no, sir, please, please stop. I don't want... No, stop. I don't... Oh. Well, we've already seen the school, so, or maybe let's talk to him one more time now that he's in the building. Is he gonna keep doing that, or? I mean, sure. Oh gosh. We already know. Okay. No, but I will just in case he gives us something. Okay. Yeah. We're already doing that. Oh. Oh. Give me something. Is he? Oh, well, never mind. No. No, but I'll say yes just in case he's gonna give us something. Oh, nope. He's just saying the same. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's get out of here. It seems like he would have given us something. That seems like the kind of character they'd throw in there to give you something. But maybe not. They can't use man-made items. That makes sense. So I can't hand my Cyndaquil a can of mace and have him just pepper spray everybody. I guess that would be cheating. So I wonder if we can buy some more. We probably can by now. I think we have some more money. I need more Pokeballs. We don't have a whole lot of money. Oh, it still lets you select like a bajillion more than you can afford. Give a Pikachu a taser. Pikachu is the taser. Taserception. Let's get like, oh gosh, everything's so expensive. Let's get like 5 Pokeballs. We have a couple potions, so I'll get like 3 more of those to give us like 5 potions. And then no. And then I think we're fine. We'll be alright. Yeah, throwbacks to our blue playthrough with Denki coming through in the end. Gosh. Aw, Strawberry the PG. Hello. It's cute. It's a little concerning, but okay. I was so proud. I was already when we caught and okay. This is a quick Pokemon Blue playthrough reminiscing moment, but when we first caught Denki back in Viridian Forests, I was all the way ready to put him in the box until we got a stronger electric Pokemon like a Voltorb or something, but he really stepped up and he really proved to be quite the asset, I suppose. Did I ever use any of the Articuno and Zapdos in them? I never used them, but I caught Articuno by accident. And I accidentally killed Moltres, and I never went back to Zapdos. I never tried to catch it again after I killed Moltres. I was gonna try Zapdos in the last stream, but then I forgot, after you beat the Elite Four, you can catch Mewtwo, so we caught Mewtwo instead. I never used him, but we caught him. So, I never tried... Gosh, where am I going? I never tried to catch Zapdos again, but then, Moltres... We don't talk about Moltres. We had an accident with Moltres. But I didn't even... I was catching Articuno, and I didn't expect it to work, because you know how I kept saying, like, you missed the Pokemon. Like, I don't know how you miss a Pokemon that's the size of, like, an airplane in the air, but whatever. But, like, I threw a Pokeball and didn't expect it to hit, and then it was like, oh, you caught it. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess. That's funny how I caught Articuno, and that's the only one I caught, and you caught Zapdos and Moltres and haven't caught Articuno. It's like together we make the whole set. I don't know if I want to try... You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, that's the same thing that happened at first. Like in the first stream when we first saw Articuno, I was still level... the whole party was still level like 30 something. So that's part of why I had to quit and come back to it. I didn't mean to use tackle. I meant to switch Hawks out. Oh no. Oops. Get out of there. Goodness gracious. These things are ruthless. Oh, these things are ruthless. I should have a Quagsire on my team. For a second, I thought you meant, like, right now. And I was like, how would I have gotten one already? But later, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You know, it took me, like, 20 years to well, not 20 years, because Gen 2 came out when I was, like, 8. So, like, 13 years. It took me, like, that long. No. I can't do math. It took me since I was 8 years old to realize that Remoraid is shaped like a gun, and then Octillery is like artillery, like a cannon. So that's why a fish evolves into an octopus, for the sake of a pun. I had no idea. Did you just say Furret surfs? Or am I reading that wrong? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Alright, let's heal before we do any of that again. Furret can learn surf. I feel like I've seen that somewhere, but I thought they were lying. Like, I thought they were just trolling me, so I was like, oh. But wow. Alright. Sure. That makes sense. I wonder if I should do the... Where is Bellsprout? I thought Bellsprout Tower was here. Or am I just not going up far enough? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I wonder if I should do that before I try Falkner. We can take a look. Ooh, creepy. This always really scared me. Like... So, Bellsprout Tower, the whole deal is that basically, that a Bellsprout was like 100 feet tall, so people built it in the middle of this, or people built a pillar around it and then built a building around the pillar. So this pillar here, it looks short, but that's just because it's supposed to be like going up through, this pillar goes up through all the floors, and according to the lore of this city, then there's a 100-foot Bellsprout in there, and that just always really scared me because Bellsprouts are always so tiny. So like thinking about like 100-foot tall Bellsprout in the middle of a tower, like confined in that thing, like gosh. Of course, in the game it's based on a legend, so like you know how it is with local folklore and legends and whatnot. Only if you reach the top will you obtain an HM. Oh, do we get cut? Is it cut first, or is it, it's gotta be cut first, right? We don't have anything else for... Or maybe fly, I don't know. He just glided over to... Did you see that? Yeah, like those giant, huge, like... those giant... That Jigglypuff and that huge Gengar. Speaking of Bellsprout, I see a theme here. Oh, it's Flash? Oh, well, I guess we still need Flash for Dark Cave or whatever. part of why I don't remember a whole lot about... I mean, my memory is terrible to begin with, even on the best of days and with my best of interests, but part of the reason why my memory is so bad on most of the Pokemon games is that my knowledge of each one kind of blends together. Especially in Gen 1 and Gen 2, because I played those the most until X and Y came out. And so I remember a lot about them, but I played them around the same time. So a lot of my knowledge kind of mixes together, and I don't remember what is from what version, I guess. Like how I thought how I thought Mount Moon was all dark, because Dark Cave in Gen 2 is all dark and it's the first cave you get to. And stuff like that. Like my brain switches stuff around. So a lot of it isn't that I can't remember, but more that I'm remembering it wrong, because Gold and Silver came out like only a couple years in America after Red and Blue came out. So I was playing both of them around the same time. And it all kind of meshed together. And they kind of look the same, because Game Boy and Game Boy Color, the only real difference in the graphics is the color in Game Boy Color. So the styles mixed together. The soundtracks they were on similar consoles, you know. My boy Hawks is already growing up fast, already beating Pokemon. We just caught him like 10 minutes ago. Oh wow, that was a lot. I always like that. I like how one of my favorite additions in Gen 1 is that experience bar. Because it, like, that noise it makes and, like, seeing it fill up so fast after you beat something strong. Wowee. Get that Vine Whip out of here. Yeah, Hawk's the number 2 hero coming through. Living up to his position here. He's already doing better than he did in than Hawk's version 1 in when we were playing Blue. I mean, I just never used him much, I guess, is the thing. Because there weren't really any gyms that, well, I guess Grass, Erica, but there weren't really many trainers or gyms that were weak against flying, so I mainly only used him to go places, but, you know. And then, like, in Gen 1, it took him so long to learn anything flying type, because Gust in Gen 1 was normal type for whatever reason, so... so that was a little weird. It's annoying me that Pokeball effect isn't always centered. But maybe that's just me. Get that weak Bellsprout out of here. Excellent. I guess pretty soon I should start switching in, what do we name him? Lando? No, what's his name? Hold on. I'll start swapping him in for Bluebonnet. I'll start swapping him in for experience. Since Hawks is growing so fast. And let's quickly get him out of here. For a second when you said the number 2 hero, I was like, oh, Endeavor, right? Oh, burn. Literally. Goodness gracious. We are really coming up in the world, aren't we? I was just talking about under-leveling, and now here we are, like... Hawks grew 3 levels in the last, like, 2 battles. It's pretty cool. Let's get Bluebonnet in there one more time. And swap him right back out. I like how the back sprites have improved a lot too. Cause like in blue, from the front the sprites looked, you know, different than what we're used to, but still pretty cool. But the back sprites were like chicken nuggets. Like like Vulpix. It was like the Vulpix looked all cute and everything from the front, and then when you use him and throw him out there, then his back sprite was just like, oh my gosh, like what happened to you? But here it looks a little more polished, you know, a little more streamlined. Oh, hello. Surprise. I wonder where they get these names from. Edmund? I guess I could put Blue Bonnet up first, really. For a while, anyway, now that Hawks is doing pretty well for himself. A. Excellent. Excellent. And Gust is flying type, as it should be now instead of normal like it used to be. Excellent. And let's get you out of there. I sure can't wait to heal already. You know, I'm kind of not disappointed, but I'm kind of miffed that in recent games and recent Pokemon sprites, like in Pokemon Go, I just got back into Pokemon Go. I'd stopped playing for a while, but one of my coworkers at the library plays it all the time, so she got me back into it. But the Cyndaquil, like, not just in Go, but in a lot of newer games, Cyndaquil and Quilava and Typhlosion, they don't always show them with their flames out anymore, which makes sense, because, like, it's kind of like a, oh, I meant to switch out. Oh, well, whatever. I'm not paying attention. But you get what I mean. Like, I guess it makes sense because it's supposed to be like, you know, they flare out their flames when they're attacking or when they're upset. But, like, they just look weird without the fire. Like, Typhlosion looks like a otter, like a sea otter. You know? Which isn't a bad thing, but they look better with their flames out, in my opinion. So, it would be cool if they, I don't know. I know it makes more sense for them not to have their flames out all the time and only when they're battling or attacking, but you know. And no, King Explosion Murder. No. No, he hasn't learned Ember yet. Not until, he's probably gonna learn it soon, but not, you know. I didn't know you could find wild Pokemon in here. That's a bunch of rats, but okay. You know, Quincy, that reminds me of that post on Tumblr of that video where someone went around and asked, they went around in Japan and asked a bunch of people if they prefer the Japanese dub of English shows or the regular English translation, like kind of like how, like, in America, you know, subs over dubs, but like reverse, like for American cartoons in Japan, if they prefer it to be dubbed into Japanese or with the original English. And most of them were like, no, the English is way better, like the Japanese just doesn't sound right. It's so weird to think about it, like the reverse of it. How am I on health here? Well, I have 6 potions, so may as well. You can find Ghastly? Oh, hello. We might have to walk around for a little bit. Ghastly is one of my top faves. Or with my luck, we'll just see a bunch of rats. And the rats are valid too. I haven't actually caught... I just realized I haven't caught a rat's head yet. I totally thought I had. Only at night. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that'll be next stream when we switch to nighttime. If I can switch to nighttime. You brought up a good point. I'm not quite sure how, but there's a way... I read there's a way to do it, like, in the cartridge. So there's probably a way to do it on this as well. I kind of wish they kept it so that when you catch a Pokemon, the ball would change sort of like to the color scheme of the Pokemon you caught. But I guess it makes sense now with, like, there's so many different types of Pokeballs and they're all different colors that they don't do that anymore. Let's see. I don't even remember what... Didn't we... Oh, last in blue it was Big Remy, or Large Remy, because of Ratatouille. Actually, okay. So, quick story. At my job at Barnes & Noble, there's a mouse that's been living in our cafe that we've been trying to catch. And my manager named him Jerry because, you know, after Tom and Jerry, which is unoriginal. However, I think it's appropriate in this case because to my knowledge, he's still there. And he's been living in there since like last Saturday. So, Jerry it is. Okay. Well, if we can only catch Ghastly at night, we may as well, you know, keep going here. Even if we can't change the time, I guess I would have rather have started it, set it to daytime when we stream anyway, just because, like, nighttime looks cool, but, nighttime looks cool, but it's all, like, dark. I mean, because it's nighttime, of course. But I would rather play when it's in the daytime in the game, I guess. Oh, Quincy, no, it's the first mouse we've had since my managers have been there for like 20 years, and they said it's the first mouse that they've ever had that's, especially one that's been in there for that long. But we've been trying really hard to catch it. Why am I still using Tackle? That's a good question, because I forgot he learned anything else, honestly. I haven't been paying attention. But, everyone's been trying to catch it for the last week and a half, like every morning in the meetings. And she's always like, but we've been setting down traps and everything, but apparently it moves the traps, but it doesn't get caught in them. So, it's been messing with us with the, we put down these glue strips and it keeps moving them. And then, like, one time we put down actual traps and it keeps moving them somehow without getting caught in them. So we've been trying, but we haven't. He's outsmarted us so far. Honker Bonks and Lily, y'all got here at the same time. What's up? Hello. We haven't really gotten too far, I guess. We're in, Violet City and Bellsprout Tower. I haven't fought Falconer yet. So we're going to do that next. I think before I end the stream, we're going to get our first badge. Let's have that next on the agenda. Yeah, and then also Gen 2 was like, I think, well, in Gen 1 they had, the whole stat was called Special, and that covered special attack and special defense or something. I never really got the hang of special anything. But I think in Gen 2 is the first one that they separated special attack and special defense, I guess. Let's put Blue Bonnet up front for experience. Okay. Also, y'all, since you just got here, I know that there's a few glitches going on in the, like that bar next to his head right there, and there's gonna be a bunch of quotation marks. I'll just leave it at that. But we're gonna pretend that's not there. After the stream is over, I might see if I can find a different ROM without that happening. But you know, At least it's not, like I said before, at least it's not interfering with the actual gameplay or anything. Yeah, I'm already getting such crazy nostalgia. Like, it's no joke. Like, it, it hits you hard, for real. I guess I'm using tackle sometimes to save the PP for Gust, but at this point Gust has more, so I don't know why I'm doing that. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, Hoot Hoot, we finally get to see Hoot Hoot. Oh, look at him with his little eyebrows. I remember it felt so cursed when I learned that Hoot Hoot actually has 2 legs, but you only ever just see one at a time. I thought it only had like 1 foot, and that was it. And then they made something where it would, like when they first started doing the sprites where it would hop around between its 2 feet, I was like, oh my gosh, what's happened here? What a cute Hoot, ha! I'm jealous that your cartridge only just died like a few years ago, because I've had, well, now that I think about it, really it's because whenever I buy silver, I have 4 copies of silver, like 4 cartridges, and that's only the ones I have copies of still. Like, I'm pretty sure I've bought it more than that. But after the first time I got it, after it died the first time, I kept on buying it secondhand from used game shops because, I mean, I'm broke, so, you know, but that might also be part of why mine kept on dying so fast, because at that point they'd already been played a whole bunch, so, you know. I wonder how many more peeps there are to fight. Oh yeah, we get to fight our homeboy. This dude is really out here like physically assaulting people. Like, has no one called the police on him? Someone did, because he broke in and the police were at Professor Elm's place. Like, has nobody ever arrested this dude? Like, hello? The way you battle is far too harsh. Pokemon are not tools of war. You heard him. You heard the man. I never lose to fools who babble about being nice to Pokemon. What an edgelord. Look at this dude. Like, calm down. Like, we know Hot Topic didn't have your sale on t-shirts today. Like, you don't gotta take it out on old men. Oh, goodbye. I guess we're not fighting him. Never mind. Yeah, I named him Collard Greens. I'm not quite sure why now. I like collard greens, so, you know. So good of you to come here. Sprout Tower is a place of training. To build a bright future together. The final test. Okay, so we don't fight the rival, but we fight this guy. Okay. Yeah, honestly, when I first played this way back when it came out, I wished that you could play as the rival instead of as your protagonist character. I used to, you know, I used to be like, why can't I be him instead? He's so much cooler. And yeah, the quote, the question mark. Yeah. It's always funny. I guess it was also confusing too, because you could never, in Gen 1 you would name your rival at the same time as you'd name your character, but in this one it has you wait until you see him like 2 or 3 times, so, oh no. Oh, I didn't want to miss. Oh goodness gracious. Get him out of here. Ayy. Ayy. Hawks is just as strong as King now. That was fast. And Blue Bonnet's just as strong as Jerry, who we just caught like 5 minutes ago? Interesting. I don't expect this to keep up. Don't get any expectations from this. I guarantee you by the end we're going to be horridly underleveled, but at least it's going good so far. Alright, take care of him. Get him out of here. Another thing I appreciate too is that the battle animations are a lot less like flashy now, as in they don't make the whole screen flash. Like, that doesn't even really bother me on a physical level much, but I can only imagine how it is if you're sensitive to that. Like, it was kind of a lot. But it's a lot more subtle in Gen 2, which is pretty cool. You always name the rival Gold? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, gosh, what is happening here? No, that makes sense, yeah. Like how your rival, or like even in like the manga and stuff, the rival is always named the opposite color of the protagonist. How is this thing so strong? Like what? Oh, because it's level 10. That's why. But still. Oh gosh. Get out of here. Yeah, that's like how I said before, how I almost named my, I almost named him Connor because I knew a kid in the 4th grade when I first got this game. I hated that kid, Connor. He was in my class. There's Ember. This kid in my class, gosh, I still remember his last name too, but on the off chance that he finds this, I'm not... Gosh. He would always ask to trade some of his lunch for my zebra cakes, which I would do sometimes because he'd be like, oh, I'll give you my chocolate milk for your zebra cakes. And I'd be like, yeah, sure, chocolate milk, you know. Except, like, it was the terrible kind that tasted all gritty, but I wouldn't realize it till he'd give it to me because he wouldn't say so before. And he'd always throw tantrums in class and be all loud and, like, literally scream and throw stuff. And he'd be sent to the principal all the time. And one time at recess, we were playing near the tree, and like I just wanted to play. There was this huge tree in our playground, and we used to like walk around the roots and stuff, and I used to just want to do that. So one time, me and my friends went over to play on the tree roots, and he was already over there doing something, playing make-believe by himself, I guess. And we came over, and as soon as we came over, he ran after us with a stick and tried to hit us with it. So I couldn't stand that kid, so I always named my rival in here Connor after him. But like I said, we didn't go with that this time because that's been quite a few years. That's actually been 4th grade. I was 8 or 9. I'm 25 now. That's like what, like a lot of years. So, and I know another Connor now who's pretty cool. So we got Flash. Excellent. So now we can go through Dark Cave when we get there. And now we can go put the hurt on Faulkner. I don't think we have anything that's particularly strong against... I don't know. No, I don't know. We met his dad once, because we had, you know, bring your parents to school day or whatever. And he seemed more like just entitled than anything else, or like spoiled. Like his dad, it was bring your parent to work day, bring your parent to work, no, bring your parent to school day or something. And at lunch, like him and his dad just like skipped to the front of the line even though they came in last. And like he just seemed like the kind of kid who got everything that he wanted and therefore would act out if someone told him not to do something, is more like it. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know him anymore. I don't know his life. Who knows? That was a long time ago, so I could even be remembering his dad wrong. I don't know. He actually, well, that was the last class we had together, but we went to different middle schools, but he went to my high school. Um, and from what we didn't have any classes together in high school, but he went to the same high school as me. And from what I heard, he wasn't awful anymore, I guess. I mean, he was on the newspaper club. He was one of the people who produced the newspaper, and people didn't absolutely hate him, and I never heard anything else about him getting violent and throwing tantrums. So maybe he kind of leveled out a little bit later. We're gonna fight Faulkner. We don't really have anything particularly strong against flying type yet, but that's okay. We'll be alright. Yeah, that's something else too that they like in every generation. Oh, there's the quotation marks. No, progressively in each generation, your rivals get nicer and nicer, sort of. And then like later on, there's more than one rival. Like you got friends and a rival, and like a main rival and a group of friends, and also like a sub rival within your group of friends. But they're nice and everything. I don't know. It's kind of neat, but at the same time, kind of like. I mean, I guess like they're illustrating the importance of friendship and friend bonds and everything. Yeah, and also that too. You don't get to name them either, but emphasizing the importance of friendship and like friend bonds and everything, which is an important theme of the game. So I get it, but like. I kind of liked having one rival that you could talk trash about all the time without having to feel bad because they're also your friends. Wow, this is already going smoother than I thought. I'm so used to being under-leveled. But then the same thing happened in Blue, where I was actually over-leveled for a little bit, and then there was a shift where everyone just got stronger, and I didn't. So I meant to swap out somebody, but I hit the wrong button, so I guess we're still doing it. I hope you enjoy whatever you eat for dinner, Honkamonks. Sounds pretty nice. Food is always, food always sounds A+. Gah. Oh, he's evolving already. Okay. Into a beautiful metapod boy. I don't think I ever read that far in the manga because my library is actually missing one of the copies of one of the... It's like all the copies are either discarded or lost. So I never finished it once I saw that because I was frustrated that I wouldn't be able to finish it. So I never read past... Like when it gets to Gold and Silver, I didn't read past that because that's when I realized we didn't have all the copies in the system. Also, Gen 2 is the first generation where the gym leaders have their own overworld sprite. So, like, you know how before in Gen 1, then, like, the gym leader could look just like this guy, or, like, just like a random girl in the town. But in Gen 2, they actually look, unique. So that's pretty cool. Well, let's beat him. With the power of quotation marks. Let's, take this guy down. Yeah, I think I had heard that somewhere. That he's Giovanni's son. I forget where. Probably on the internet somewhere. Oh yeah, there's new gym music. I will say one of the things Gen 1 has beat on Gen 2 is the gym leader music. In Blue, it was my jam. Like, jam and a half. Like, nothing still to this day gets me more pumped than the Gen 1 gym leader music. You know, I really expected him to have some higher level Pokemon, but I shouldn't say too much because that's probably jinxing myself. Like, right now it seems pretty easy, but then, like, his next Pokemon's gonna be, like, a level 82... a level 82, like, Fearow or something. Oh, I forgot he knows ground moves. Oh, that's... we gotta get him out of here. Take him out. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, King's all set to evolve soon. Exciting. Wow. I really thought... I thought... I'm so used to being criminally underleveled. But I shouldn't say too much or else, oh, something terrible is about to happen to King, and then all I have is just Hawks, but he won't be particularly strong. So, let's potion it up real quick. Gosh, that still does a lot compared to my health bar. Maybe I can get enough from this battle, enough experience to... Well, maybe not. He only just turned level 13. And the bar is still pretty short. I know one thing, though. He better take this Pidgeotto out real fast. Excellent. Alright, we beat our first gym battle already. Oh, wow, almost. Ayy. Take that, you bird brain. I'm kidding. I can't roast Faulkner too much. He always struck me as one of the most, like, earnest gym leaders, you know? Like, one of the most, like... And plus, like, the badge itself sounds so cool. Like, Zephyr badge? Come on. That's so cool. And we get a TM that we could probably teach to Hawks already. By using a T... Oh, yeah, we know. I thought he was going to tell me what it was, like, immediately. Mud Slap. Excellent. We're already getting some nice type coverage here with a ground move and some fire types and a flying type and a... almost a grass type if I hadn't killed that Bellsprout by accident. In that case, then I'm going to save... Oh, excellent. Oh, great. In Gen 1, remember, in your bag, TMs and HMs, it wouldn't say what they were. It would only say the number, but it actually tells you what it is before you select it now. That's excellent. I'm going to save Mud Slap for someone else, I think. Oh, hello. We discovered something about the egg. Alright. Where'd he say he was gonna be? In the Pokemon Center, probably. I wasn't paying attention to that part. Oh yeah, there he is, right there. Would you take the egg? Absolutely. I'm the only person in the whole world with enough Pokemon to hatch an egg, apparently. Yeah, the colors are like... It's like taking a breath of fresh air after all the black and white of red and blue. I do remember that I think at one point, like, before they released Gold and Silver... Not Crystal, because that came later, but I think... before they released Gold and Silver, they planned on making it compatible with regular Game Boy as well, I think, or something. Um, and they actually, like, some of the earlier versions could or something. But I remember, okay, a long time ago, when I was like, I had to have been like 6 or 7. My cousin, my cousin's older than me, and so this was back in like 1999 or 2000. And my cousin one day came to visit, and he brought this floppy disk. Gosh, he brought a floppy disk that had Pokemon on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Pokemon, like, let me play. So he set it up on the computer, and it was actually like a pre-release version of Pokemon Gold and Silver, I think, or like a bootleg or something, but it was in black and white. Like, it didn't have any colors like in Pokemon, or like in playing it on the Game Boy Color. Like, it was all black and white, like Gen 1. I like barely remember that. He didn't let me keep it. He took it back when he left, but I don't remember what, like, I just remember fighting Centrets because I was only like 6 or 7, so I was too stupid to go any farther. But I remember playing Gold and Silver on my computer from a floppy disk of questionable origin, in black and white. Why? No, it wasn't the demo, because I remember the thing people were talking about a while back, like a few weeks ago, was the unreleased version that had like a bunch of Pokemon that they didn't include, like pre-evolutions of ones, and like ones that they just totally scrapped and didn't include. I don't think the one I played back then was that one, because it had the same, oh hey look, it's the ruins. That's where we're going to be catching unknowns eventually. But the one I played, it didn't have any different Pokemon or anything. It was just like, it was the same as this. Well, not this, because this is Crystal, but it was like the same as Gold or Silver, but in black and white and on a floppy disk somehow. I still don't know. I got to ask him one day where he got that from, because I'm not entirely sure. But it wasn't the unused beta. It was just, you know, a super early version of the game, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably not supposed to be here yet, but here we are. What up? Recently, strange cryptic patterns have appeared. They weren't here a little while ago. Mysterious. I wonder if we can do the puzzle now. Oh, we sure can. Alright, okay. Yeah, Lily, I used to spend a super long time on it also. It used to take me so long. I think also because I never knew what it was supposed to be. But once you line up the corners and then line up the outer border, I might have gotten these two mixed up, these two at the bottom, but we'll find out. Once you line up the circle of its body, then it all starts to come together. I think. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, hold on a second. Yeah, at first it's even hard to tell that there are corners, because like, oh no, that's wrong. Because like, I guess if you don't, like, the first time you look at it, you don't really know what you're looking at. Maybe I did switch these two. So it's like you don't even know to look for corners. Did I do that right? Did I switch these two too by accident? Yes. I thought those eyes looked a little close together. There we go. Alright. Oh. You win a express trip to the bottom floor. Alright. We got some strange presences. Did I heal? I did. Okay. After we beat Faulkner. Okay. It's a replica of an ancient Pokemon. How specific? Oh, what do we got? Do we got some unknowns already? G. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Let's catch this thing. Not with Bluebonnet though. Let's tackle it a couple times. I used to be so scared of hidden power because I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like a god level attack. Oh, it's B? I thought it was lowercase g. Oops. Oh, well. I was always terrible at telling what the like I can tell the unknown alphabet if they're all together, but some of them, like this is B apparently. I thought it was lowercase g. A couple of them look pretty similar. Yeah, like a sideways Porygon. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so if this is B, because different types of unknown exist, it is said that they must have a variety of abilities. B. Oh, look at the sprite, the eye. That's kind of creepy. B. B is for banana. B is for butterfly. B is for boy. B is for B is for balloons. But what's the most ridiculous word I can think of that starts with the letter B? Like you know when normally it's easy to think of things and then as soon as you try to think, then everything just leaves your brain permanently? Bush Gardens. Why not? Bush. Does that even fit? Garde. Bush Garde. Sure. Bush Guard. There we go. Boobies, yeah. Totes. That was a close second. What else we got? That's K, right? Oh, it looks like a duck. That's funny. To my knowledge, that's K. I may as well catch this one too. I always wanted to always catch like the whole alphabet. Oh, goodbye. Never mind. Why'd it run away so fast? Are they like Abras? No, that's either O or H. That's one of the ones that's, I think that's H. Because it's got the separation in between the... Gosh. H. Oh wow. Bluebonnet, you are absolutely weak. No offense, but you are. If I catch this one, if it doesn't run away, never mind. I was gonna name it Triple H after the wrestler, but goodbye, I guess. J, alright. J. If I can catch it first. I'll worry about catching it before I worry about naming it, because apparently they like to run away like Abras. They like to use hidden power and then run away. So it's like Netflix and chill, but like hidden power and run. Okay. Let's see if this one sticks around long enough to... That would be hilarious if the O was just the eyeball. I mean, it would do the trick. Alright. What is this? I already forgot. Oh no. Was this one J? No. Yes? I think so. Uh. I'm pretty sure it was the letter J. I don't remember which one I was on. I was thinking about H, but that's the one that just ran. Yeah, J. Okay. Um. Johansson. But like Johansson. Johansson. I don't remember if anything's oh gosh. I don't remember if anything's down here, but I guess we're gonna catch the whole alphabet by the time. It's the return of K. Okay. Okay, ha. I'm gonna take Bluebonnet out of the front until we're back in a place where we battle a lot. Because he's just wasting time. Oh, there's nothing down there? Okay, well, I'll just go back up to where that ladder is. I think it just takes us up to the top. Okay. He stayed this time. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, come on. I don't want to tackle it again. Did you see that glitch just now? It just glitched and left. Like, did you see that for a second? It was level like 999. Well. D. That is a loaded one, isn't it? Hawks is almost passed out though, but if I use King, he might kill it, or he might just bring it down just to where it needs to be, maybe. It was missing no in disguise, yeah. We blew its cover so it fell, or it fled. Dodongos! Like the... Can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Okay. Okay. If it doesn't run away, we've got a winner here. If that even fits. It should. If Johansson or whatever I said could fit, then Dodongos should be no problem. Yes. Absolutely. How do you even spell? Isn't it Dongos? Excellent. Y'all remember classic YouTube poops from like 2007? Where are we? What is... I wasn't expecting to be put here. I thought it was just gonna take us back up to where the puzzle was, but okay. If those drawings are really Pokemon, there should be many more, you don't say. Upgrade, okay. Let me upgrade you, I suppose. He modified the Pokedex, okay. Oh, it's like a whole separate unknown dex, okay. That's useful. Did it say it updates it in the sequence that they were caught? So does that mean that, like, in the order we caught them in? So does that mean we spelled something? Hold on. What did we spell here? Oh, the Pokedex looks all different too. I forgot. You can actually see the picture of the Pokemon before selecting it. So that's fancy. In Gen 1, you couldn't do that. So, you had to know what you were looking for. I want to see what we spelled. Oh, does it... wait. I see gear. John? What does that say? John Does that say George? No, Dorios? The sprite's so tiny I can't really tell what we spelled Gjd. Gjd. It's a foreign language. Oh, bear. Oh, I forget. Okay. Listen, I forget that's a B. I keep thinking it's the G. I forgot it's all lower uppercase instead of lowercase. Bear, join, and George. No, direct. That makes more sense. Well, alright. I wonder how many kinds of Pokemon are in the ruins. Apparently 26, plus a question mark and exclamation point. That must mean there are many kinds of them, you don't say. What up? While exploring the ruins, we suddenly noticed an odd presence. You wimps. I just caught 5 of them. Or 4 of them. 3? How many? We saw like 5 or 6, but most of them ran away, so... I don't know if I'm going the right way. Although I don't think you can go much farther to the left up here, because isn't this where the Sudowoodo is blocking the way? And you have to wait till you get the squirt bottle? Yeah. Look at him. He's dancing. Yeah, we need to get the squirt bottle and come back, and then we get to catch him or battle him. But I think for right now I'm just going to try getting to the next town and then saving real quick. If I can get out of here. Goodness. Wow. Those quotation marks aren't there. That ain't getting old, is it? I'm starting to wonder if it would be even worth it to try and find a different ROM that doesn't do that, because it's not really impacting the gameplay itself. And if I did, I'd have to get all the... Oh. We made a circle. But if I did, I'd have to get all the way back up to this point. Which would probably take a while. So we might just... This might be like the borderline bootleg crystal stream with all the quotation marks. That just adds some spice to it, you know? Oh, sweet. Miracle Seed, alright. Alright. That was philosophical. I should have stopped by Violet City and healed, actually. I might go back and do that real quick, because I don't know how much... I don't know how far... Maybe not. I mean, we're not, like, terribly low on health. It's just... You know? Oh gosh, but Bluebonnet is very weak. How are we on health? Some are terrible and some are not. So let's get I was gonna say let's get Jerry in there, but he's probably a little too weak. Yeah, I'm remembering a whole lot of things too, Lily, that I had that I haven't remembered since I first played this. Like 17, 18, however long ago it was, years ago. There's so many things you don't remember until you see it again. A Japanese ROM would be interesting. That'd be a good way to practice Japanese, because all the Pokemon names are in katakana instead of kanji or hiragana or anything. So it'd be a nice way to practice if you're learning Japanese. And they probably don't... I never played a Pokemon game in Japanese, but they probably don't have a lot of kanji in them either, because if they're made for little kids. So if you... And kanji is the one that... I don't know about anyone else who's tried to learn Japanese, but kanji always gives me 29 and a half problems, which is part of why I really slacked off on teaching myself because I got discouraged by how difficult kanji is. So I can read hiragana and katakana, but not. I know watashi and kanji, and that's about it, and the numbers. But beyond that, it's all over my head. I think I'm pretty tough. I mean, no, not particularly, but if you want to put words in my mouth. Oh yeah, when I first I first started learning Japanese in high school because my high school offered it, and I thought, oh well, it's a new language with a new alphabet. My handwriting will probably be so much better since I'm learning a new alphabet. But no, like at first it was, but once I started getting used to writing the characters in hiragana, it all deteriorated. So now it all looks bad. My English and my Japanese. But then in school, it only went up to, in my high school, it only went up to a certain level. And then the second year I took it was the last year I took it. And that's when we just started getting into kanji, which is how I know a few of them and the numbers. But like, if I had gone past that, then I would have learned a lot more kanji probably and been more comfortable using it. But I didn't, so I'm not. So... Wow, look how short Zubat is. Look, it ain't got no body. Like, it's just a head and some wings and some little legs. That's so funny. It looks even more ridiculous than the Gen 1 sprite somehow. Its body looks so tiny. Duolingo's good for listening comprehension, but not so much if you want to practice writing, because it has you pick out the characters and stuff. So it's good for reading and listening and maybe speaking if you practice, but like as far as writing, it's not the best, but it is good to practice with though. Zubeb. Zoo baby. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, for goodness sakes. You know, the little confused effect with the chicks flying around its head is really cute and is only it's decreasing my annoyance at the Pokemon being confused, but only by a little bit. Ayy. Excellent. I wonder how much farther we are from... I don't even remember what the next city is. Is it Goldenrod yet? Or... I remember this girl. She calls all the time. This is one of the people you can get her number. Yeah, Nani is the other kanji that... for embarrassingly obvious reasons, that's one of the only other kanji that I know off the top of my head. Everyone is starting to look a little bit rough. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, there's a cave? Oh, we might have to save and quit before the cave, because I need a whole day to prepare mentally for taking on a cave. I don't like the caves. Y'all know I like to rush through caves as much as possible. But we'll see. We'll get there first and see what's up. Gosh. Tackle doesn't do as much damage as I... Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're looking rough. We're looking a little rough. Oh good, there's a Pokemon Center right by the cave. That's always helpful. I'm glad they do that sometimes. Because it would be terrible if I had to hike all the way between here and Violet City just to heal. Especially right before a cave. Alright, let's get her phone number. Oh, sweet. Oh, excellent. Oh, majestic. That was fast. Oh, look at him. Oh, your majesty, you've evolved. What a cutie. I do have the day set to Friday because today is Friday. Excellent. I kind of want to fight him for experience. So we're going to do that even though we're all looking kind of rough. I'm going to put Jerry up first for experience. And we're going to do that there. Kin explosion murder. I know you meant king, but that's a mood. Camper Roland, what you got? Oh, Nidoran looks so cute. Male Nidoran looks so much less cursed than in Gen 1. Like, I don't know what they did with the Gen 1 sprite, but in blue he looked really strange. He looked like the eyes were all weird and he didn't look like he had a mouth. But he looks much better in this iteration. Ayy. I like those one-hit kills. Well, that was easy. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Well, I guess I have to get that item. I like how Rattata's sprite has a little butt wiggle now. It's so rat-like and cute. I guess I'm gonna have to brave this grass and see what this is. Oh, excellent. That's worth it. Oh gosh. It's an ambush. All these rats. Get me out of this grass before something terrible happens. I'm gonna fight that guy too, but I'm just, you know, taking a look around. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to fight him. In a little bit. Oh, hello. Is this youngster Joey? Oh. Gordon. Okay. Oh, there he is. Oh. Look at that shiny little face. Oh, a rat named Phoebe. That's so cute. Oh, why'd I do that? I forgot. Oh my gosh. Let's get you out of there. Let's get you out of there, King. You're not suited for that. Everyone else is looking so rough. Uh-oh. Hawks, I hope you live long enough for me to use a potion on you. Or something. Oh, please live. Oh, never mind. Oh, this is gonna be... This suddenly took a turn for the worse. Well, all I really need is someone to buy enough time to use a potion on King, and maybe he can tough it out through the type imbalance. He's gonna have to, because nobody else can do this. So we already hit problems. You remember how I said I'm making the same mistakes all over again? Maybe I can actually get a couple hits in with Jerry. hopefully. Okay. Well, that's still terrible, but okay. Alright, Jerry. You did what you could, kid. Um, I would use Bush, but he's level 5. Maybe I can just brute force it out. We're doing... Listen, in the last stream with Pokemon Blue, Boss Man was the king of brute forcing, and now King has some big shoes to fill in that department, so you're gonna have to prove yourself here, kid. Ember would just be not effective, so we're gonna have to brute force it out literally with Tackle. One more. Oh, you got this. Oh, you got this. Excellent. Alright, well that could have been worse. I had panic for a second. Yeah, Vanikish, that was when I was very young. Blue came out when I was 5, and this came out Silver came out when I was 8 or 9, and I was very uncreative and wanted my Pokemon to be powerful and like majestic, you know, so I named them like Boss and King, and I don't remember what I named anything past my starter in Sapphire, but you know, that was the theme I had going. $1 million? I don't even have $1 million. Is he just like accosting 10-year-olds for like shaking them down for millions of dollars? Frida of Friday. A. It's wicked. It's wicked. Alright. So, let's talk to these people here. We have a full party now. Well, with the egg, we have a full party now. So really we only have 5, but it looks like we have a full party. That was fast. Yes. Oh yes, I'm gonna catch 5 billion Magikarps. If there's water, be it sea or stream, try out your rod. Alright. Okay. If this cave is well and truly... Oh. I didn't see him there, but okay. Alright, Peter. What you got? It's always kind of strange when you know... When you see a trainer in the game who's... I wonder if Jerry's strong enough for this. He's the same level. But it's always neat when when you know someone, when there's a trainer you fight who has the same name as someone you know in real life, and they look kind of like the person you know in real life. I knew someone named Peter in college who looked kind of like the bird keeper sprite just now. Oh, Jerry, I hope you... Oh, excellent. Ah, you missed. You messed up. A. Excellent. Even better. Now let's get you out of there before something terrible happens. Blue Bonnet. Let's level you up some more. Yeah, I honestly think that when we fought the Elite Four in blue, I think that like roasting some roasting some of their Pokemon really gave us the upper hand there. It really helped us along, gave us some extra points there. There were a couple of those battles I don't think I would have won if not for roasting. A one hit killing all over the place. Oh, Spearow. Oh, we've seen a Spearow before. Okay. I would try to take down this Spearow with blue, but that type difference though, that type weakness plus blues is just quite weak right now. So, you know, it is what it is. I didn't mean to use tackle, but okay. That's just what we're doing now, I suppose. All right. Excellent. See you later, Peter. Now let's heal one more time. If the cave really is the next thing, then I think I would say I'd go in and see how long it is, because I don't really remember. I don't remember it being too long, the first cave you get to, really, but like I don't like caves to begin with, so unless it's literally 2 steps, we're gonna save it for next time. And plus, in walking in to see how long it is, then I'd be like, oh, I wonder how much longer it is, and by the next thing you know, we'd be halfway through it and stuck in there and have to finish it. So I think I'm going to save. Yes. And we'll be all set for the cave next time. Yeah, the trainers are what I'm... The trainers and the wild Pokemon flying at you all over the place in caves is just a lot to handle. So we'll tackle that next stream, which will be Tuesday. I'm actually off Monday and Tuesday this week. It's the first 2-day weekend I've had since January. So I'm going to be nice and well rested for us to take on this cave, however long it is. It'll be Tuesday. It'll be a fresh stream. I still don't know if I'm going to try and find a different ROM that isn't like freaking out with the glitches. But I might just leave it the way it is. I mean, it's not terribly... It's a little distracting. But it's not like the... What am I saying? It doesn't really impact the gameplay itself, and it's mainly just around like the borders and the bars, like the health bars and stuff. So if I started a new ROM, I'd have to start over again and get back to this point, which wouldn't be as long now because like we just started. But at the same time, like I'd have to remember what I named everyone, and we already caught like 7 Pokemon, and we're all the way here at the cave. And I don't think I want to have to do that all over again. So if it's alright with you guys, I think I'm just going to leave it with this glitched out, like, wacky ROM. I don't know what's up, but, like, we can live with the quotation marks and the borders, I think. But anyways, that'll be... It's almost 4 a.m. and you're going to be working 10 to 9. Please go to sleep. Please go to sleep. Get some rests. Get some sleep. I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I don't have to go until 2 tomorrow, but I work until 10. But in any case, I will see you guys next time. We're gonna what are we doing next time? We're going to Azalea City. We're gonna be beating this cave. We're gonna catch some more dudes. I meant to kind of explore a little bit more to see what else is around, but we're getting a good start here, a good little menagerie. I don't really foresee Blue or Jerry being in our team very long as soon as we catch something else, but who knows, who knows. But yeah, let's all get some sleep. Let's all get some well-deserved rest. We did some good work today, so we're well on our way to success. We're actually leveling up faster than I expected. So on that note, I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for coming out tonight. I hope to see y'all on Tuesday. I already forgot what day it is. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna if I can change the time and change it to nighttime. And if I get the hang of it, then we'll do every other stream day and night, like alternating between day and night. So I love y'all with these Saturday memes. Y'all are great. I'll see y'all next time, and have a good sleep. Good night. So long and good night. Till next time. Bye-bye.